Why do people keep losing money on Facebook? If you understand the power that Facebook advertising provides you, you'd start to wonder how it's even possible that anyone can lose money on the platform. I mean, think about it. You can literally put whatever message you want in any medium you want, so that's any images, text, or video, in front of pretty much anyone you want in the world who are interested in exactly what you need them to be interested in, or who meet some other criteria that you need them to meet. And you can do all of this starting with as little as a few dollars a day. Now, on top of all this, you also have one of the largest companies in the world with some of the smartest people in the world working around the clock to get more people to the platform and keep them there just so you can put more ads in front of these people. I mean, seriously, what the heck? Why do people keep losing money on Facebook? I can tell you that it's not because of the images or the headlines or the campaign objectives or any of those other reasons. The reason why people lose money on Facebook ads is because they're operating at the wrong level. Now, in marketing, in business, and in life, there's 3 different levels that we operate in. There's tactical, strategic, and principle. So on the lower level, we have tactics. Above that sits the strategies, and then what dictates the strategies is the principles. Now, I'll talk about this a lot more in future posts, but for now, tactics are your images, your headlines, your targeting, all those things on the lower level. And if you're doing these things and you're making changes and you're following all the latest tactics that people are talking about and you're not getting the results you need and you're losing money on Facebook, then that's not the issue. The issue you have, and what most people have, is they're using the wrong strategy and in some cases also the wrong principles. So let's go over some areas where I see people going wrong with their strategy. The first area is promoting things that their target market doesn't really want. Now, this might seem obvious, but I see this all the time from new businesses or businesses who are promoting a new product or service, and also businesses who just look at what their competitors are doing or what other people are doing out there in the marketplace and just try to copy them without really understanding why or what they're actually doing. Now, this is really a symptom of a larger issue, which is not knowing your target market well enough or simply taking them for granted. When it comes to any advertising, let alone advertising on Facebook, we really need to know our target market on a deep level. And the deeper you know them and the better you know them, the more success you're going to have. And when it comes to taking them for granted, this is really easy to do as an advertiser on Facebook because all we do is we look at a computer screen. And it's very easy for us to forget that on the other end of our ad is a real human being. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you can tell the difference between a good quality or a high value ad or anything versus a low quality or a low value ad or anything else. And if you can tell the difference between these two things, chances are the people who are looking at your ads can also do the same. Another area that people go wrong in is not taking the time to build an aligned audience or a following. And a prime example of this came from a conversation I had with a friend of mine where we were talking about another friend, a mutual friend of ours, who spent 30 seconds on Instagram and recorded a video. And as a result of that 30-second video, he made $10,000 in sales. And we were just talking about the fact that anyone else could say the exact same words that he said in the exact same setting and all these other areas and make nothing. And the difference was the fact that he was talking to an audience that he'd aligned around his vision and his outcomes and built up a loyal following, whereas most people don't take the time to do that. Therefore, they can say the exact same words and get zero result out of it. Now, this is actually part of building a good reputation online. Now, you might have seen me talk about this before because our whole approach, our aligned methodology, is centered around the fact that we only need to have one of 2 things to sell online, and preferably both of these things. And they are an incredible offer or a good reputation. And basically what we need to do is we need to build that reputation and put incredible offers in front of them, and that allows us to get great results. For example, we ran a campaign where we got $600,000 in sales in 6 days because we had a great reputation and put an incredible offer in front of them. Another area that people go wrong in is not knowing how to make effective or good decisions. A large part of running successful Facebook ad campaigns centers around being able to make really good decisions. Because what we're doing is we're looking at the data that comes back from the Facebook ads and deciding what we need to do as a result of that data. And if you don't know how to do that properly, what ends up happening is you either cut campaigns short, so you quit them too early, which would have been winning campaigns, or you leave them run too long and they were never going to be successful no matter how long you run those campaigns for. And either way, you lose out. People also go wrong by not creating enough separation or differentiation with their competition. Now, in today's competitive era, it's pretty much guaranteed that if someone's seeing your ad, they've also seen other ads from several of your other competitors. Now, if you just look like another Me Too company or someone who's funnel hacked any of the other competitors, there's no real reason for any of your target market to click on your ads versus any of your other competitors. So what we need to do is strategically separate and differentiate you from them and show why you are the better choice for your target market. And the last strategic error for this video is not selling something that's economically viable. There's an old adage in marketing which goes, whoever can spend the most to acquire a new customer wins. Now what this means is if you can afford to spend $10 to acquire a new customer and your competitor can afford to spend $50 to acquire a new customer, you're out of the game. Because all they need to do is spend $11, $12, $13, $14, $15 to acquire a new customer, and you simply can't compete with them. So what you need to do is you need to understand the economics of your business, so the numbers, and you also need to know how you can increase the average lifetime of your customers, so then you can also increase the amount that you can afford to spend to acquire a new customer. So if you're watching this and you're losing money on Facebook, even though you're changing your images, your headlines, your targeting, and all that other tactical stuff, it might be time to stop doing that and start thinking about the strategic level of your marketing. Remember, from your computer and with your hands, you literally have the power to put almost any message you want in front of almost anyone you want around the world from only a few dollars a day. And if your tactics aren't working, it's time to adjust your strategy. So let me know in the comments below if you think of any areas that you might be going wrong in with your strategy or what you think about this video. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.